I thank the chair and welcome Administrator Wheeler. This hearing is called Science and Technology at EPA. Every member of this committee, Democrat and Republican, demands the EPA's actions are driven by science and technology only. No politics should ever enter into your decisions. They should be subordinate to science and technology. I was here for all 8 years of President Obama's administration. Over and over and over, the administration let politics overtake science and technology. The best example hit my home region of Houston, Texas hard. Ozone. As you know, Administrator, that's one of the 6 criteria pollutants under NAAQS. The last year of George W. Bush's administration, science and technology said we could go down to a requirement of 0.75 parts per billion for ozone. It took President Obama 8 years to put out the rules to comply with President Bush's science-based proposal. And then 1 year later, in 2015, President Obama lowered those standards to 0.70. There was no science, no technology that justified that. No, as you said, right to know for the public how they achieved that standard. And there's no way they can know because we hadn't gotten down to 0.75 yet. And so, to your great credit, the administration, the Trump administration, has addressed the backlog of SIPs. As you mentioned, you've gone down from 700 to 400. Now you have looming a new ozone standard put out by 2020. My question is, are you on track to put those standards out? And most importantly, using science and technology. You look at ozone we can't control because you know and I know, the whole world knows, over half the ozone that comes to America comes from uncontrolled sources, sources like China, like our neighbors south, Mexico have crop rings. So how do you take those into account with these new ozone standards?
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Congressman. I appreciate the question. Yes, we are on track. We are reviewing both the ozone and PM NAAQS at this point. We plan to go final with both of those by the end of next year. For ozone, it will be the first time that we have completed that within the statutory 5-year requirement. The EPA has always taken longer to review these NAAQS, and we are committed to getting them done in the statutory time frame of 5 years, which is required under the Clean Air Act. It's important to remember, though, I'm taking a lot of criticism in the press from a lot of different people saying that we're going too fast. Congress required us to update it every 5 years. That's what we intend to do. When we finish the 5-year review, the next 5-year review starts the very next day. So this is a never-ending review of the NAAQS standards for both ozone and PM, all 6 of the criteria pollutants. So it is our intention to get it done on time and then to start the next 5-year review the very next day.
I had a bill that gave you authority to go for 10 years if you not demanded, but if you need that time because of all the hassles. Would that be a good bill to have? It got through the House twice, dropped the ball in the Senate. But how about give you the flexibility? Is that something you like? I'm sure you would.
Oh, again, I can't endorse specific legislation. I think having more flexibility is always a good thing in general. And again, pointing out that the agency has never completed it in 5 years before, which is one of the reasons why we had to disband the subcommittees. And I've taken, I know I've received questions from this committee about the subcommittees and reinstituting them. We can't reinstitute the subcommittees and meet the 5-year requirement under the statute.
And one final accolade from back home, Hurricane Harvey hit what's called the San Jacinto waste pits very hard. These are waste pits that cover very hazardous material, dioxin from paper manufacturing right there in the area. They came loose during Hurricane Harvey. That is the chemical that got the Superfund started, Love Canal. You guys stepped to the plate quickly and said, we will get all that chemical, all that dioxin out of the water. So thank you, thank you, thank you. You saved lives by acting so quickly. I yield back.